again. So what is fabulous is that we have got day 2 with Manuela Marchigiani, of course, founder and cosmetic chemist with Isomers. My name's Kathy Norton. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
It's Friday. Do we still say Friday, or is that kind of old fashioned?
I never said it.
I always said it.
Friday?
Friday.
To me, it sounds like something you would eat. A Friday.
Okay. And I
guess
that.
It's Friday. You know what? Every day is Christmas. Every day is Friday. It's all a mindset.
I love that. Look at all the people are saying hi. Hi, Jane. Hi, Deborah. Karen. We love it. Okay, you guys, this whole entire live stream is going to be about skin barrier essentials. So we're going to talk about this theme. We're going to talk again. If you weren't here yesterday, welcome on in. Welcome on into the thousands and thousands of Isomers diehard followers and our new people that are with Parade Magazine and new people that are with their skin influencers. I think they're calling them skinfluencers, not skin.
There you go. See?
Skinfluencers. Yeah.
Influencers. Get it?
Yeah, we get it. Plus, we're doing a Facebook and Instagram giveaway with an Isomers bundle. So you can sign up on that on both Facebook and Instagram, and free shipping. I know yesterday it was on All Things Isomers, but today it is on everything site-wide, absolutely everything. So shop up a storm. So again, let's start where we always start in case we've got new people. I know there's so many people that love and adore you like I do, but some people are just meeting you for the first time. So what's up?
Hi, my name is Manuela Marchigiani. I am a cosmetic chemist, and I own and operate Isomers Laboratories out of Toronto, Canada. Isomers Laboratories is a family business, and my husband and I started it out of nothing. An idea and a blender is how Isomers all started. Why? I had very problematic skin, and it was affecting me very much so. And I couldn't find anything to fix my skin. My skin was so bad. It wasn't just acne, because I know people say, well, you know, when you're a teenager, whatever, it's acne. This was beyond. It was the sensitivity. It was the autoimmune issues. It was temperature. Anyway, through science, through being at the University of Toronto, through isomeric chemistry, that's our name, we started creating formulas that started fixing my skin. And this, I thought, was unique to me. It was like, I'm the ugly duckling, and once I fix my skin, then I could go ahead and become a veterinarian or a journalist or something like that. I mean, I was going to go do something different, right? But what happened was people started approaching me and saying, what are you doing? Like, you're starting to, like, you're healing. And I said, well, it's stuff I'm making. And, well, can you make this for me and that for me? And all of a sudden, we started helping people one by one. And the rest, they say, is history. So Isomers Laboratories has always come from the holistic but scientific method of fixing, problem solving our skin, to boost our confidence, to calm our senses, to make us happy, to allow us to get that out of our brain so we can focus on things that are more important. So we've always looked at the science and the chemistry. And because we are the laboratory, we have the privilege of being able, like kids in a candy store, we don't have to answer to shareholders or marketing teams or investors. We just have to create the truth that works for us, and then we offer it to people.
And this has been going on for decades and decades. And so that's why we have so many people who have aged backwards along with you, right? We always talk about that. And so people that are watching, like, oh, by the way, Jess says, it's Friday, let's catch up.
Okay.
I love that. We're catching up. So catch people up. What happened when, I mean, you were a trailblazer on home shopping television with Shop HQ. And so I mean, sort of sometimes we never have time to tell this true story that like how everything evolved and happened with Isomers over all these years, because everything was always like, okay, you guys, it's by the minute. We're here running the show right now, so we can do whatever we want. So let's talk about like the evolution that's happened since you started with Shop HQ with, you know, those handful of customers to where you are now, and why people are staying.
Well, I think people stay because of the honesty, the truth. They've been able to test me, and they've been able to test my products, and they see, oh my gosh, she's telling the truth. It's real. It's real. She's a real person. These are real products. And they do more than what she says. So I think this is why people stay once you try it. The evolution was we started going on. So when we started with TV Shop, it was very funny because I want to do TV shopping because I too am a consumer. And when I go to a department store, and I went through these department stores over and over again trying to find solutions for myself, these salespeople have sales plans and sales goals and budgets, and they're only told to sell certain things, or they have incentives. So they never were addressing my issues. They were serving themselves and not me. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was one problem. So I was buying a lot of product that I couldn't afford, and it wasn't helping me. So I don't like that kind of retail experience. I like TV shopping where I thought, you know what? You could speak to the actual inventor who went through the trenches, who had boots on the ground, who actually lived it and came through the other end and can explain to you why they do what they do and why this works versus that. That was very important to me. So I was able to go on TV shopping and talk, and it was at first I was told on TV shopping, nobody wants the science. First of all, I was told to change my name.
No way. I never knew that.
Manuela Recajani was too exotic. It should be Manuela Marks, like they cut my last name up. Then do not talk science at all. She cannot handle it. It's over her head. And just dumb it down. I was also dumb it down, don't talk science. And sell bath and body washes. Like just sell something that smells good, feels good. Well, that flopped.
Yeah.
And it was really bad because I went on and it flopped. So what happened was they told us, well, nice meeting you, goodbye, because it doesn't work. And this is the honest to goodness true story. So we left, right? Very disappointed, and it was funny because we had to make these baskets with lavender bath and body wash, whatever, and it was like my gut was killing me.
Yes, so
like,
not you. Yeah.
It's so not us. Okay, the buyer gets fired.
Oh.
So the assistant calls up and says, you know what? Why did you air that stuff? When I first met you, when you first came, you talked about the science and everything. Would you be willing to come back with the science part? And we were like, would I? Oh my gosh. So we came back. Her name was Kim Patterson. She said, can you come? And I said, she says, what do you have? I said, well, we made this eye formula. We did this for bust. We did this for body. She said, okay, start going on with your formulas and your real name and go ahead and speak the science because I find it interesting. And I said, so do I, because I think there's nothing special about me. I think I'm like everybody else, right? So if I think this is interesting, I'm sure 100 or 1,000 other women also think it's interesting. If I have this question, what's in here and how does it work? I'm sure they want to know too. And you know what? I'm sure they can handle it. I'm sure they can handle the information. And if the words are too long or too big or too complex, I'm sure also we can chop it up and make it more understandable.
Yep.
So I went off doing that. And what happened was we went on for half an hour and we sold out. And then they told me, can you make more? And can you ship it in? And so they didn't let me leave for like a day and a half. I literally stayed in the studio in the green room, and every few hours they would put me on air again for another half an hour.
Feed you.
Because it was maximizing the lines, right? It was, and people then started using the product. And oh my goodness, they were like, I've never seen product work like this. The testimonials were going crazy. And now it was like, this is not enough. Can you also make this? Can you also make that? And that's literally what happened with Isomers and the network. And we've stuck to it all along. Always that formulation. So that's how it happened.
You know, and those of you who are watching, hi, Karen, Suzanne again. Karen says that's what we love about you is the science and the education.
Now that I remember, sorry for interrupting. I get enthusiastic. Now that you asked me, Kathy, I'm going to open the vault, and here it all comes out. But what started happening was all the other networks, interesting if you see what all the other networks, they started watching, and they were like, wait a minute, this woman is now speaking science. And so all the other people were like, okay, so other brands that had celebrities or married to celebrities, so the wives of celebrities or whatever, all of a sudden their brands too started coming out, and they started speaking science, or they would have an esthetician, or they would have some professional out there with them starting to talk the science. So it got to the point that I would start talking about something like an ingredient, and then I would hear the exact same phrasing on the other network. And you know how many people have confessed over the last 27 years, literally have confessed that they used to tape my shows and train based on what I would say, and then they would go on the other networks and say it. And I used to think, and people used to get upset, like Darius, whatever would it be, and they're saying, we should do something to bring. I said, you know what? They can only copy me. They can't create anything.
Right.
I can create. So they're always going to be a close second, but they'll never be first.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And there's so much more to dive into there. But Karen said, can you tell the viewers how many years you were on Shop HQ?
27.
Yeah, I mean, darn close to 28. I remember.
Almost 28 years. And through those years at the beginning, as I said, we had started with that Bath and Body that went out. We went out and it was like, the very first airplane. Just like that.
Yep.
We went over a cliff. And fortunately that woman was her, and it wasn't because of what happened with us that she was terminated for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But it literally was like the week later, and this other woman who was there was like, can you guys come back and try, like, because she now had the brand, she had the category, and she needed to start building the business. And her thing was, I want to go talk to that science lady because I knew this Bath and Body. And that's the whole thing. The industry was always about women will just buy anything, make it pretty, and make it smell good.
So offensive. So offensive.
It's ridiculous.
And one of our comments was just saying, I think women can handle the science. And, we are intelligent human beings that want to know why it works. We're not just going to fall for it. That's why we have drawers and drawers and drawers of things that don't work. Right. Because some high school kid on their day that they were scheduled at the big department store cosmetic aisle sold us something and we believed it, right? There's so many of those. So those of you guys who've been shopping with Manuela for almost 28 years, you guys get it. I mean, and then we talk about things that have really sciencey names, but she always makes it understandable. In fact, our very first item we're talking about has got a little bit of a sciencey name. So let's talk about it. I think you've got the product.
Oh, we didn't even get to the product yet.
No, I mean, we could get, you guys don't even get us started on like what's for dinner, right?
Well, because and then people used to say to me, you're a real good salesperson. I go, I am not selling anything. I'm just trying to educate. I'm just trying to open up my heart and my brain and show you guys what's inside and how I see it. If I see it incorrectly, tell me, or your perspective, and I can figure out where we meet. But my only motivation has been to educate, so that, because I always have believed in evolution. I believe, and this is why the world now really bothers me, because I think our standards have fallen off terribly. I always think I had heroes to look up to. I don't know who our children look up to. To me, it's sad. But I believe in evolution. So I believe that if we can teach women about peptides or molecules or collagen, or this is how something works, armed with this information, you make better choices about your own life, about everything, how you spend money, how you take care of yourself. And then that goes to your children and their children, and we grow. We become better overall. And that's always been my motivation.
And it's so interesting because the women who are shopping with you they're lifting each other up. Joyce has been using Isomers exclusively for 28 years. Karen totally agrees. Deborah says, same here. I'm only using Isomers since 1998. Joyce said, yeah, she was chosen as an Isomers face when she was 67 years old, and she will turn 79 next month.
See?
I love that. We
Real
are women.
People.
And a women-led business that is lifting women up, and we lift each other up. So it's amazing. So, but yes, we do need to talk about our first product, because we told you guys we're going to bring you new stuff all the time. Right. So what is that spray in front of you?
The hypochlorous acid. This is the hypochlorous acid. It's also known as Hochi. Hochi One Kenobi. I always make a joke about that. But hypochlorous acid. So hypochlorous acid is something that's naturally occurring within our white blood cells. But what this does is this purifies the skin. It's antibacterial. It's going to disinfect and purify the skin. Excellent food for the microbiome. They used to use this in the war when they would have amputees. They would put the hypochlorous acid to disinfect and to be able to promote the healing and really help prevent infection and speed the healing. So people talk about toners all the time, and You know, I'm not a big believer in toners. I don't believe in toners because the idea of toning is all about adjusting pH. So now other brands love to make toners because toners are really cheap to make. You can make toners with pennies, right? And they sell them for hundreds of dollars. So you know, it's because they smell good, feel good. But toners, their real function is to adjust the pH so that your microbiome can be healthy and strong. So what you really need for your microbiome is the hypochlorous acid. So we decided to give you this tool. So after cleansing, or if you don't want to cleanse your skin in the morning, people who don't want to wash their face twice a day, or you come out of the gym or Pilates or whatever you're doing, or you're gardening and you're sweating and you notice that your skin is needs a little bit of a perk or a cleanup, use the hypochlorous acid. This resets your microbiome. It feeds your microbiome. It doesn't dry out your skin. It stimulates the ceramides, stimulates the hyaluronic acid, gets rid of the bad bacteria. It's excellent. So you've got dry skin or any kind of redness or irritation, it's going to deal with that. But if you have the oily skin where you have a lot of bad bacteria, it's very active, it's also going to help control that. So this is something that is any age.
Any age, all the
All the
time.
time,
Yep.
head to toe, right?
That's what we
You
just had
can
a
use
question.
this
Can you
on
use it in your hair?
private parts. You can use it in your hair, use it on your armpits, use it between the legs. You
Yep.
can use it everywhere.
So let me
Really
tell
good.
people, you brought the big bottle, the 90 ml. So you get the 90 ml. That is over 3 ounces, everybody. So it's a big one, and it's just a spray bottle. Here's my advice. Usually this is $25 a piece. That's what it is right now on the Isomers website. We took 20% off today, down to $19.99. You're gonna want one. I mean, for me, I don't wash my face in the morning. I wash it at night. I do all my treatments in the morning. I just use my spray, and then I continue on with my treatment. So I've always got one at home, always in my vanity. But then I've got one in my gym bag 100% of the time for sure.
Yep.
And my gym bag, by the way, is a Pilates bag. So it's just a Pilates bag. It's not like I'm out there like doing crazy things. It's just I get out of Pilates. I want to go on with my day, spray.
Yep.
And it's such a refresher if you guys are working in an office. Talk about an assault on your skin, all of the fluorescent lights, everything else, a little spritz during the day. So my point is get 2 of them because we're already taking 20% off. It all ships for free today, along with everything else at the Shop HQ website. Again, and it is all 100% across the board, 5-star reviewed on Isomers. So you guys that know it, you love it. Oh, Suzanne says, I want a bigger size. I want even a bigger size of this.
We're gonna, you know, we can work on creating a bigger size, but get this, what I really, and I've started using this more and more this way too, underarm. I've used this for personal hygiene. I use this when I'm traveling because this is so and even with, I have boys, and when boys go through puberty, they stink, right?
Oh.
Use this.
I have
Because
all
a lot of
boys.
people, instead of using deodorants, and if you, deodorants just mask the smell. It doesn't fix it, and it doesn't protect the microbiome. And antiperspirants, a lot of people are adverse to antiperspirants. I understand that, okay? This is what you would want to do. So a lot of times they're talking about, you know, hygiene sprays or hygiene wipes or things. This is where you really need to go. So this is going to give you, you're going to feel fresh, you're going to feel confident, you're going to protect your skin the proper way. And I think it takes away the redness and irritation. A lot of times too, when people have, especially between the thigh area where they have a lot of rubbing and maybe a little bit of odor, you're going to find that this is also helpful. So yes, we make skincare, but the hypochlorous acid resets your microbiome and will help with odor. Really important.
Okay, we've got a couple questions. One is, here is the spray okay for color treated hair?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Anyway, we love that. And the next question is this: we talked about it yesterday. We're going to continue to talk about with our next product as well. But you've mentioned the microbiome a couple times. For
Yeah.
people who are just hearing about Isomers and have not heard a lot about microbiome, usually they always think we're talking about our gut, right? So what are we talking about with skin?
So in our gut, we have a microbiome, which is an environment of, things, life forms, if you will, that digest and create and do things and break things down so that it goes through us properly. On our skin, we have a microbiome, these little teeny bug-like structures, if you will, that regulate and protect us. So you basically have a security system. You have a little army out there good guys and bad guys, cowboys and Indians. I don't know however you want to put them, right? But you've got these battling fronts, right? And what the microbiome does is it basically is a factory, or it's a system that allows our skin to create ceramides, reticulin, hyaluronic acid, everything that it needs, regulates sebum. So your microbiome, the temperature, the environment, the world that lives on our skin, it's invisible, right? You don't see it, but if you disturb it, you see it. You start to see breakout. You start to see dryness. You start to see irritation. So when the microbiome is happy, nothing. You see nothing. But soon as the microbiome is disrupted, this is why when you wash with certain soaps that make you squeaky clean, you notice for days and days your skin is dry and irritated because you've stripped the microbiome. Now your skin is unprotected, right? So the microbiome really allows the skin to operate at a higher level properly, to work properly and protect you. So what we want to do, because fragrance, parabens, certain ingredients strip the microbiome. How you cleanse your skin can strip the microbiome. Most cleansers, when they changed cleansers and they made it pH to tears, when you wash your hair or wash your face and it doesn't, you don't cry.
Yep.
They do that by adjusting the pH. But that pH is good for your eyes, terrible for your skin, right?
And then
It's
we're all
not the
doing that.
same.
Yeah.
Right? So the microbiome is this living layer that you want to protect. And this was, I think, what Darish and I really uncovered when we started our skincare journey, fixing my skin. My microbiome was trashed, right? And everything I
it
was
was all
doing,
over, right? Your
over. It's about your microbiome is all over, all over your body. And once I regulated that, everything changed because I was having welts all over my body, like literal welts. It would look like I was whipped sometimes because you would just see these, and it was like everything was doing it for a while. That's why they thought it was an autoimmune system. But once I got the microbiome, and we started by doing that by we just started looking at pH because pH made so much sense in the chemistry, the biochemistry of the 11-cis retinol, that isomer. Like I'm going like into too much detail here, but we took that thought process and applied it to skincare. So we started doing this 30 years ago. And this is the funny part. When we talk about isomers and we talk about our formulas and we talk about our ingredients, we've been doing things for 3 decades that people are just starting to do now. And the funny part is they think they're the OGs. They think that they've just discovered something. And I get frustrated because it's like, it's like raising kids when you go, they never listen to me.
They never listen. You know what's so interesting is, and this brings a couple different things. First of all, let's see, Karen, she didn't get the Redensify Growth Factor Serum in the bonus size. Her question is, before you repackaged the product, what was the original name of the Redensify Growth Factor Serum?
It was, oh my goodness.
I
What
know.
was the name? Now I have to think about it. It was Redensify.
Yep.
It was Redensify. Was it Redensify Volufirming? I think it was.
It had been volume.
Volufirming. I think it was Redensify Volufirming. I have to look it up. Altonai, can you ask Athena what the name of the Redensify was before?
Oh, Jess says it was Ultimate
Super Skin.
Leave it to Jess to find out. Oh my gosh, I love that. And Suzanne said the same thing. Deborah says the same thing. See, this is what happens, you guys. We need you.
You know why? I put my brain on park sometimes, and I need them to come and tell me what's going on, right? Because there's a lot. I have to do a lot of different things. Like when I go into the office, it's not just the formula. Then it's everything else all around. And then everybody wants a piece of you, right? So you can only remember so many things.
Always the way. So the acids. So we're talking about this spray that you will, people are going to see the word acid. You don't feel a bite. There's not anything like that.
There's different kinds of acids. So there's acids that are exfoliating acid, right? You have an acid like glycolic acid or salicylic acid. Those are exfoliants. Azelaic acid is an exfoliant. But then you have L-ascorbic acid. That's vitamin C.
Hmm.
And then you have hyaluronic acid. That's a moisturizer,
Yeah.
right? So acid is just how it's put together. It's just a classification. It doesn't determine all of them doing the same function, right? Some things are protein, some things are acid. Like it's just a classification. It doesn't necessarily. And this was interesting because when we started Isomers, um, and we started before we went on to the network to or just at the time when we were talking to Kim Patterson and going on, I remember we had created a product. So we had the eye serum and then we had a face cream and it had kojic acid and licorice root in it, right? And we went to department stores, Toronto, we went to Holt Renfrew, which is like one of the shishi ones you go to.
Yeah.
And we went to the good counters, like the ones that are like, with the blue and the silver and all
Of
that
course.
really
Yeah.
nice branding that they have. Went up to the head people there and said, do you have any products with, kojic acid or lactic acid or because lactic acid naturally occurring in the skin, glycolic acid. And you should hear them, these women, right? Looking at each other and going, hey, get a load of this. They want to know if we put acid in our products.
Oh my gosh.
And we're like, what? You don't know. Then this is my thing. This is you are getting uh, sold by these people who don't understand the chemistry. They only understand, and it's not their fault. They're hired as salespeople and they're given a sell sheet and they're given like 5 points to talk about. Anything outside of those 5 points, if they don't have the technical know how or background, they can't answer that question. But these women would think acid, dangerous.
Yeah.
Maybe you saw a cartoon where someone's drinking or something.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
so all acids are bad or all acids are exfoliating or caustic. No, not all acids are going to do that. Some acids hydrate, some acids, neutralize, some acids are antioxidants.
And this one you are going to use every day. For me,
Mhm.
like I say, I have it in the morning and then it's a spritz in between. I love the idea of using it under the armpits as well. I think that's really cool.
Yes.
At least until we get our deal dry back. Uh, so this is going to be 5 stars, you guys. Don't forget, and taking 20% off today down to $19.99 for over 3 ounces. I mean, if you are using a toner out there, you could use this as instead. Like we already talked about why could be a replacement for that toner and a better for your microbiome for sure.
Right. See, a lot of toners are called toners nowadays, and they're not toners. They're just liquid moisturizers or liquid
Hmm.
refreshers. They're not doing anything to the pH, and maybe they're just hyaluronic acid or something like this. So you're still not feeding your microbiome, and then you still have dry skin or sensitive skin or chronic this or chronic that because you're not actually dealing with you're not arming or feeding your microbiome properly. Right. And this is the whole thing about getting it in shape. So, in a lot of times where people are talking about their skin, they don't realize that their skin is working in a vulnerable state. You think you're doing everything you can because you've bought all of these products, but they're probably not organized properly and actually protecting your skin the way it needs to be protected.
Melody just gave you a 5 star.
Thank you.
Hi,
Thank you,
Melody.
Melody. I love you guys.
Um,
I love our community. I love the women.
oh,
I love the women. I still remember one of my most um, to this day, one of the things, I mean, I used to cry a lot on air because I used to get so emotional from hearing people's stories and the trust. Because for me, it's like I'm cooking in the kitchen and you guys love my recipes.
yeah.
It's so rewarding, right? But what really got to me was I remember after everything we went through and how harsh people were, like, who do you think you are making these kind of products or saying this or talking science and like all of the trials and tribulations. Someone called into the network and they said, I love your products. She said, when you first started talking, and this is what the woman said. She goes, when you first started talking, I'd sit there confused. I didn't even know what a peptide was or what matrixyl was. She goes, and now today, I actually teach my girlfriends about it. I
Oh,
speak with authority and I look forward to it. And I thought that, and she said, thank you, because that empowered her. And I thought that is what this was all about. Because
yeah.
now
Oh my
she
gosh.
goes and she contributes to conversations. She feels like a smarter consumer. She's now taking charge of her skincare routine or anything that she's doing now. Even how you eat is going to be different because you can look at things and understand peptides and proteins. And you know? And I just
100%.
thought, this is why I do what I do.
I know. I love that. And you guys, this is so good. And the community that you are building, rebuilding again from here with everybody that's been following you, I think is amazing. We're talking about microbiome a lot, right?
Yes.
So, oh wait, before we get there, Heather joined late. Are we using, yeah, you can use that as a toner, right? Is what we
Yes.
talked about. So yeah,
100%. Use it as a
exactly
toner.
right.
Use it as a refresher. Yeah, it's a toner. It can reset your skin and it empowers your microbiome. Really important because this is going to allow everything else to work better. Because if your skin isn't the right pH, other ingredients can't work. Like there's certain ingredients that need to be in a certain environment to do their job. So you got to start with the proper. You got to put your skin back to a balanced pH. So then the other ingredients, your other products can work.
So I promised you that this theme was going to be all about balancing and barriers and the microbiome. So guess what? We're going to go right in, and here, Harry, I'll do this. I'll change this for us so you don't have to. It's our microbiome balancing cream, and it's got my favorite delivery system, of course, so you guys can see this. See, it delivers just the right amount. But
Yep.
this is amazing. It's regularly $40. Today we took 25% off. This massive, massive, let's see, we're going to give it in mils, 50 mil. So over ounce and a half, 1.69 ounces is down from $40 to $29.99. That is a 25% savings. But wait, there's more. Free shipping on all things when you order from Shop HQ. And if you're thinking, well, I wonder how good this is, there's 106 five-star reviews on Isomers about this. So we talked a little bit about microbiome. If you're just here joining us, welcome on in. I'm Kathy. You guys know Manuela. So we're going to talk about microbiome. We're going to talk about barriers, why it's important, and who this is for, and how to use it and incorporate it with our spray. So take it away, my friend.
So this is really good for sensitive skin, temperamental skin. This is the microbiome. So if you can't put skincare on, for example, like even sometimes you just want your skin is so sensitive, you want to use the microbiome balancing cream. This is going to feed your skin microbiome. It's also going to moisturize and protect your skin. Clean, feed, correct, protect. This clean feed, this correct protect, already in this two-part system, you've got a complete beauty routine. You've got everything your skin, like this is like everything your skin needs to be healthy. Everything your skin needs to be happy is right here. Scientifically, not my opinion. These are not, this is how it's just structured. So the microbiome, so what this is going to do, why it's really great is a lot of times you'll have skin, the microbiome is out of balance and the skin is chronically dry, chronically crepey. Your pores are very enlarged. Maybe you have, a lot of congestion in your skin. This is going to start regulating that. You see over time, within the first day or two, maybe first week, you're going to start to see that your skin looks cleaner, it looks calmer, it looks brighter,
Yeah.
and it's going to be softer. You're going to notice you need less product because once your skin, it's almost like having those electrolytes in your water. Once you have the electrolytes that open the channel, once you have the microbiome calm and everything else can work. Because the skin has an order of priority. It's not going to work on its lines and wrinkles if the microbiome is out of balance. It's not
Yeah.
going to work on repair if the microbiome is out of balance. You got to fix this first. You got
I
to
mean,
put gas in the engine before the car's going to go anywhere.
I was just going to say that. I was going to say, I mean, it's almost like when people are saying, I'm doing all the right things, I'm exercising, I'm lifting weights and I'm walking and I'm journaling and meditating, but even on their inside, the microbiome is off, and they're like,
I mean,
why
they're
aren't I
eating
healthy?
processed food.
Yeah,
And it's all sugar, and they don't even know it's all sugar. It's all carb. It's like, no, you're not actually feeding. You're not actually nourishing, or they're eating protein and it's not whole. They're
yes.
missing out on big chunks of it, right?
Okay, so let's talk about what age we use this, or it doesn't even matter. Does it only matter about your skin condition? Because I know when I shop on Isomers, a lot of times I'll go to my skin condition. I love the way that we can shop skin condition,
Yeah.
or we can shop, the collection. But
Yeah.
if someone's like, I don't know if I need it, how do they know?
Your skin is very dry. Your skin is needs repair. Your skin is sensitive, right? So you're breaking out a lot. If you're a teenager and you're breaking out a lot, this is your moisturizer. right?
Okay.
If you're in your 40s and 50s and you notice that you're prickly and your skin is off balance, this is going to be your moisturizer. This is going to give you a lot of hydration. This is going to give you that balance. So literally, if you feel that your skin is a little bit on the delicate side for any reason, this is it. Right now, for example, it's minus 15.
Ugh,
Feels like minus 20.
sorry.
Yeah, again, we're having it again. And yesterday I went, so what happened, and it was very windy. So I kept going out walking my dogs, and my eye is weeping, right? Because of the wind, and you get, and the snow, and there's a lot of snow going on. And so I'm getting this sensitivity. So the first thing I did was I took the microbiome, put it on all over, and it's done. Calm.
Done.
So this is where you're using it. You can use it to address when your skin is like it needs support.
So even if someone who like, it's funny because you think that once you sail through your teens, that acne is a thing of the past, but no, we see adult acne all the time. And so even if you're that person that's got adult acne, this is going to be it for you as well.
Yeah, well, your hormones are going like this or whatever, and your body is reacting, and so then your microbiome is out of whack. Your microbiome now has, you get all these extra, oil soldiers versus the other kind, like all this extra activity that's happening that's spitting out into the environment of your skin, because your skin is a filter, and as your glands are creating the oils and whatnot, they're sitting on the surface, then the enzymes and the microbiome are dealing with it. Sometimes it's too much. You know what it's like? It's like the I Love Lucy skit where she's working in the chocolate factory and they speed up the machine. It starts going faster and faster and faster. And she's all of a sudden, the hormones are making the oil go more and more and more, and it can't keep up.
Right.
So again, the microbiome will help pace it.
Okay, we're getting a couple questions in. So Jane's asking, is it okay to mix creams? Like, for example, she said the microbiome barrier cream and the glutathione cream is what she's asking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can mix the creams. I think you could do it like this in your hand or layer. Either way is going to be fine.
Okay, and also Sandy, I just think she's been listening to what we've been talking about. You help make everyone an informed consumer, and how magnificent for us all. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good thanks. Yeah. Oh, and Karen's also asking, always on a clean face? Do we put this always on a clean face?
Yes, you put on a clean face. In the sense that you could, if you want, but you don't put it over makeup. Let's put it that way. But yes, so that
Hmm.
would be a clean face.
Okay, so I'm getting an interesting one from Joyce. Joyce says she's brand new to Isomers. She's 59 years old. Could you please recommend what products I could use for my morning routine and my night routine? So where would this fall in?
This would be morning. This could be very much your morning routine, because again, if you're not cleansing, like say at nighttime, you're doing a nice good cleanse, and in the morning you want to just do a refresh. And you should always do some kind of microbiome refresh in the morning, because overnight when you're sleeping and on your pillow, your microbiome is having a party. There's a
I'm
lot of
writing that down.
activity going on, right? So you can refresh. What I would in at that age, I would add the phytoestrogen for nighttime. I would
Mhm.
add the glutathione as an antioxidant, and I would wait there, like in the deep crease correction maybe, and that's where I would start with those. Have a good cleanser, maybe the advanced cleanser would be
Mhm.
great, and yeah, we
Maybe an
go
eye
from there,
serum.
Joyce.
Well, eye serum. I love
And you
that.
know what you can do? You can go to isomers.ca, go to our website. We have a quiz, a skin quiz. Take the quiz, Joyce. Take the quiz, put in what's happening, and that's going to give you some recommendations, and you can go from there, or you'll know exactly where to put the product that you're getting, right? And get your product through Shop HQ, because it'll have probably more uh, discount
Yeah,
than on our website.
but
But you
bigger
can get the
discount today.
information from our website and then apply it.
I mean, this is why, because today, 25% off, we're bringing that price down to $29.99, free shipping, free shipping, free shipping. We've also got Sandy says, it might be cold in Toronto, but it's so useful to have this cream in Florida. We had temperatures as low as 27 degrees this morning. And the summer, it's 90 plus. We get it.
Yes, you see? Well, with the hot temperature, you have dehydration, right? And then you've got a lot of exposure, absolutely. And this is all about balance, right? So cold balance, heat balance, you want to be able to protect your skin. regardless of the temperature, your skin needs to have the moisture inside. You have to protect the barrier. Your skin is, we talk about boosting the barrier, which is the security system of your skin, right? The barrier that keeps it protected, and reducing transepidermal water loss. What does that mean? Delaying how quickly the moisture comes out of our skin, right? So you could do that by creating a good, healthy skin structure. When you're using an oil and you're just coating it, you're not actually enhancing how the skin's functioning, right?
That's so good. I mean, I was thinking about, because Joyce is brand new, you've got your sort of your pillars of Isomers. Maybe we can go over that quickly before we move on.
The clean, feed, correct, protect. Clean feed. Every time you take care of your skin, you need to be doing these four things. You can't, if you do one without the other, it doesn't. But you got to clean your skin, which means you're cleaning and getting rid of the gunk, right? You're getting rid of the stuff that shouldn't be there. Feed. You've got to feed your microbiome. It's like you have to feed your gut. You've got to feed the microbiome of your skin. Then I guess correct is probably the optional one. If you're perfect, you don't have to correct anything.
I want to meet that person.
Yeah, right. Um, and that you would correct for dryness, wrinkles, breakout, pigmentation, enlarged pore, whatever it is that we're working on. And then you've got to protect your work. So you're protecting your work from the skin itself, and you're protecting it from the environment. So you need something with a UV protect, a blue light protect, and a hydration protect, a moisture lock. Those are the things you've got to do for your skin. So you can do it simply. This here is going to cover most of it. This will clean and feed. This feeds, corrects, and protects.
Protects, yeah. I love that. So you guys, this is all available today. That's what we wanted to have themes. And one of the other questions that I wanted to wait till the end to really talk about is, they're saying, are we going to do these always on Thursdays and Fridays? Nope. Just to confuse you all, we're doing one on Monday and Tuesday this next week.
There you
So
go.
2 p.m. Eastern. Still, we're going to have Isomers live stream, and we're going to do. I don't even know exactly what we're going to talk about yet on Monday or Tuesday, but you have to tune in to find out. Shop HQ is adding new products every single day to the Isomers collection, which is great for those of you guys who've been waiting for it. Shop right now their entire collection, which is right now on free shipping and handling. So on Monday and Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern, we will be here again together. I'm going to tell you guys that after our shows, I always send Manuela a little text. Yesterday, she says we should start doing cooking too. I'm like, yes, let's do cooking.
We could do cooking. We could do we could be doing different things, like sharing this. I think it's really important too. It's really cool to like share like your 3 favorite recipes or my 3 favorite, because this way you can see in the community and how we apply, how we live, and what we do in real time. That's what I think, right? Doesn't have to be complicated. We just have to talk about it, share.
Yeah. And like Joyce says, who's following along, she's a new one. You guys, I think she's blown away about the community right here. She's talking about thank you so much. I mean, all of it. Oh, here's what Harry just texted us back. Chatting all things sculpting and contouring on Monday.
Woo!
And we're going to talk about routine boosters on Tuesday. So join us on Monday talking about sculpting and contouring. Sculpting.
This is our Picasso moment. We're going to be like Michelangelo.
And then Tuesday, we're going to talk about routine boosters, which I think is really smart. Joyce, especially for you, where you're learning about all the different ones. So that's great. So, yep, Karen, Monday and Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Got it. Okay, we're here. So one more time, you guys. Here is that the cream that we've got right now, again, for $29.99. Don't forget about the spray. That is only $19.99. That's your sort of it's kind of like your 1, 2, 3, 4 punch in 2 products, which I love. Okay. Once again, you guys, be kind to one another, lift each other up, and go out and spread some love. Just so I don't forget, I tattooed it on my body. I see it every day, and I'm like, okay, that's my purpose, spread the love. So, but always, Manuela, last word is for you.
And I always, I always think that we, again, spread the love. I really love that. And be kind to each other, and good deeds, good words, good thoughts.
Love that. Well, you guys have a fabulous weekend. Friday. Have a great weekend.
Woo-hoo!
We will see you on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern.
How come we don't say Monday?
Monday? I think I do it Monday. I mean, they write songs about it.
Right.
Okay, yeah. And someday we'll talk about our favorite musics too, because then I never stop talking because I'm a music girl. So we'll do that. Cooking, music, skincare. I mean, does it get any better? I don't know.
No, not when it's this community.
Yeah. Mwah. Okay, you guys
Love you.
have a fab Friday.